Welcome to the U.S. Ski and Snowboard Association Sports Performance Series Giant Slalom Technique and Tactics DVD. My name is John Nolting, USSA Sport Education Director.
And I'm Ron Kipp, USSA's Alpine Sport Education Manager. In addition to making a great coaching resource for ski coaches in the U.S., this Giant Slalom presentation is part of the Level 300 instructional DVD series. Together with the Slalom and Speed DVD sets, it comprises a comprehensive look at alpine ski racing.
To learn more about the contents provided in this DVD, coaches are encouraged to take part in the USSA Level 300 on snow Giant Slalom clinics.
The first DVD in this set will cover the aspects of stance, turn transitions, and turn initiations. Each of these chapters will be comprised of subsections to go into greater detail.
In the second DVD, we'll discuss the turn from a technical standpoint and cover tactics for Giant Slalom racing.
In the second DVD, we have also included an appendix. In this, you can find unfamiliar terms or terms that you would like to have more clarification with.
As we come across new drills, exercises, and concepts in support of this DVD, we'll post updates to a special web page at the web address you can find below. You'll also be able to find this web address at the end of each video section. Now let's dive in.
Giant Slalom is the easiest event to ski, although the most difficult event to ski fast. The mother of all events, the Holy Grail. It is the backbone of all ski racing. In this presentation, we will examine GS technique, which could be argued is ski racing technique. We will examine the idiosyncrasies behind why some ski racers can find those hundredths of a second necessary to win, while others never make it to the podium. It is our intent to concentrate this technique presentation on the efficient and effective movements that ultimately affect the skier's ability to negotiate a race course. The sport is ski racing, not racing. Therefore, skiing comes before racing and is an absolute necessity for fast ski racing. Good skiers make good ski racers because they possess basics and fundamentals that are essential building blocks for success. Along the way, we will attempt to separate trend, reactive movements, useless gesticulations, body English, and personal style from movements that contribute to the goal of fast ski racing. The fundamentals are the basis or foundation of the sport. The challenge for the coach practitioner is separating the basics from the stylistic movements that cloud our interpretation of the sport. What works is not new trend, hot idea, or the latest move. Technique that is fast is embedded in the movements that are fundamental or basic. The reason fundamentals are also referred to as basics is because that is what they are, basic. Basics or fundamentals are nothing new. In fact, we could look back in the history of ski technique and find movements that keep popping up. Bend Z knees is synonymous with ankle flexion. Forlage is replaced with getting forward. It is all the same. The biomechanics of the human body and the physics of the ski turn are not trumped by our radical improvements of the ski. Instead of looking for something new, we need to look for what has not changed. Technique fundamentals don't go away. They have indigenous qualities that make them necessary for proficient execution. When the fundamentals are learned, the athletic skier has increased their chances at making those remarkable recoveries and amazing line corrections. These exciting demonstrations of athleticism are not technique, but the result of an athlete coming back to a sound skill base. When the skier gets thrown into the back seat, it is the learned response elicited as a reaction that instinctively recenters the athlete in a cat-like response. The fact that the athlete is able to remain upright and in the race course speaks to the athlete possessing the fundamental essential qualities of technique. This ultimately gives the ski racer the tools so they can construct novel and of course exciting recoveries. There is no magic elixir or universal remedy, and surprising to some, a no one-size-fits-all technique. There are technique fundamentals that we find universal across all skiing situations. What has stood the test of time and keeps knocking on the door will lead us to a closer understanding of the fundamentals of the sport. With a philosophy that we will not be swayed by stylistic trends, we will make every attempt to base our interpretation of ski technique in science, specifically anatomy, kinesiology, biomechanics, physics, and motor control. It is our hope that you as a coach will conclude this presentation with a perspective that is broad in concept, yet focused on essential fundamentals that are fundamental to ski racing.